maybe you'll be able to hear us. We'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and not if I, don't fall out of this lift. We're just going up in the lift now, so I don't mind telling you, I'm not a ride kind of guy. So how do I move over here? We're going for a world record. Am I taking my life in my hands, really? No, he didn't look confident when he said that. I don't. So are the combines fired up now? Are they fired up? I can't.
Here we go.
Looks like they're checking them. They've got runners actually running past all the combines. It looks like from here that a lot of them are fired up. So I don't know what Marlon's doing. He's jumping up and down on the thing, scaring me half to death.
All right, great weather. It's a world record soybean harvest is going on right now. It's going to happen momentarily.
I wanted to be in the combine actually, but they wouldn't let me drive one, so I said forget it.
Would you?
Yeah. How scary is that, huh? Alright, this is high enough. Oh boy. I think I'm high enough now. Yeah. Alright, they're good on the south side, what I'm hearing.
How high up are you on the forklift there?
How high am I on this thing? 35, 40 feet. Looks like we're ready to go, so we're going to do the countdown. I wonder if people can hear us here. I want to do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we can do that. Are you ready? Give me the thumbs up, Marvin, Marlon, when you're ready to go here.
Okay.
Oh, we're hanging on. We're just waiting for somebody to from the... You ready to go? All right. Gentlemen in the combines, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go! I'm going to start my stopwatch because I want to keep track of this myself. We have official timekeepers.
Go, guys!
Done in under 12 minutes is what we're trying to do. Harvest is and they're off. This is weird.
What are you seeing, Bill?
Well, what I'm seeing is rows of combines coming from the north, and are they coming from the south? I can't see them. So they're coming both ways. Marlon, tell us how this is supposed to work. What we've got here, Bill, is we've got over 120 different combines coming at us from 2 different directions. They're coming in from the south as well as the north concession. There's 160 acres that they're harvesting here today, all for the Harvest for Hunger project.
Why are we going so slow?
The Canadian Food Grains Bank, which is represented by 15 national Christian church organizations for their hunger relief cooperation. So everything is out running real well. They've got a nice day started here. The fields are, as I mentioned earlier, there's over 2,900 feet of heather that's being harvested all at the same time. So, what we've got here, as I mentioned, with the Canadian Food Grains Bank, today it was established back in 1983 as a practical way for Canadian farmers to share their abundant harvest with the less fortunate around the world. And its primary purpose is to supply food and feed the hungry. Today there's more than 1 million tons of food that have been provided to the hungry people around the world in more than 80 different countries. There's 15 church organizations that are represented by over 17,000 congregations that make up the membership of the Canadian Food Grains Bank. Currently, there's over 100 projects that are very actively underway in North America here today. So, something that you may not know is that many supporters of the Canadian Food Grains Bank are not only farmers. But there's people that you can participate in many different ways. You can donate cash, as well as for non-farm organizations. You can do other fundraisers for the Canadian Food Bank, and that's a great way to help cure the world's hunger issue with things like that. If anyone is interested in a future project that we've inspired you here today, there's many ways that you can help Canadian Food Grains Bank. You can donate like this happened here today, or as I mentioned with other fundraising.
We're not going to do this if these guys keep breaking.
So, as I said earlier, there's over 120 different combines out here today, representing 7 different brands of combines. There's Case International, there's John Deere, there's New Holland, there's International Harvester, there's Gleaner, Lexion, and Massey Ferguson. The width of the headers are ranging from 13 feet, so they're cutting 13 feet at one time, all the way up to 40 feet. So you can imagine the different sizes of machines here, and the vintage of machines. We have older machines that were built back in the early 1960s, right up to brand new machines that were into the field here for the very first time today. That's their first time they've ever put any crops through them. So it's a very unique. There's an old International Harvester 315 combine here that was made back in the, as I said, the early 60s. And there's a John Deere 95 out here as well that has a 13-foot. But the support has been overwhelming from all over. People have come from far and wide. You know, we've got combines from locally here with Monkton, Atwood, Bristol, Blythe, Palmerston, Milverton area, Moorfield, Mitchell, Kent, Hill, Gorey, St. Mary's, Brussels, Drayton, Granton, Auburn, Dublin, Donegal, and Ethel, just to mention a few. It's quite a sight if you're here. You're able to see it. We've got a real wave of combines coming at us. They set the field up in a diagonal pattern.
Somebody's got to go back and get that beam though.
Almost like a 45-degree angle coming across the end. So all the combines had a staggered start. And coming along through.
Everybody's breaking down over there.
Through the middle section here, they had cut it out as well. So they're coming at us right here. I think they're reached the halfway mark as they're coming along in here. Some of the lead combines, they've made their way along here so far. And we've got a real wave of machines. Lots of media presentation here. We've got helicopters up in the air that are watching us from the sky. All kinds of media on the ground here as well. But special thank you to AM 920 and PKNX for being here and allowing us to broadcast live today. From
John Deere's doing good so far.
This is the first time that a field of this magnitude has been set up to harvest. We're harvesting 160 acres of soybeans. Back in 2006 in Manitoba, the western grain farmers out there set up to set a record out there where they harvested just under 100 acres in about 15 minutes. And so, as Bill mentioned earlier, we're trying to break that 12-minute barrier just to see what will happen, to see where things are at. So, the lead combines are coming up through here. And we're starting to see it's a major cloud of dust.
That guy still beside you?
Right beside me.
Good.
A huge dust cloud that's happening here behind all the combines. We're starting to see one of the first ones getting here within about 100 feet of us here and finishing off on this side of the field. And we've got some strips throughout the field. But the number one thing that's the primary goal of this event here today is to raise awareness around the world for world hunger. And the goal of selling of this crop that is to raise over 200,000. And that was a decision that came forth back in January when the crew, the committee that got together and started brainstorming about this idea and what they could do and how they could make this all happen. And that's where we're at here today. The dust is starting to affect us up here, even we're up, as Bill had said earlier, 35 feet up into the air, as the combines are coming on down through. And they're giving words to these combine operators.
Oh, that John Deere's coming hard.
Go back and fill up some of these patches. They have backup combines back there to help with the ones if something had happened. And if some of these combines are in the field for the very first time. And they're converging all in the middle here as they're coming up through. It's quite a dust storm, making sure that safety is first, and the guys are all coming up through into the middle here.
We're actually going 3 miles an hour.
3.5.
That's pretty good.
Rolling on back, so. As I mentioned, over 100.
Some of these guys got to turn around and go back though.
Different combines that are here today, putting out over 2,000.
So you might have to go back.
So, we're just keeping things happening here. We're getting close. Just looking for a stopwatch to see. I think we're about 8 minutes into it right now. And know where things are at here.
We're 10 minutes.
Again, with the operators, if you can hear us, get out into the middle there and stop. And the lead operators to make your way to double back to clean up some of the unfinished areas. And we'll get things cleaned off and get everything all harvested. There's a couple of patches that are just missed, have been missed, and there's a couple of combines that are going back to clean up those areas. How many minutes in are we, Phil? We're 9 minutes into it right at this moment.
We're not going to do it under 10 minutes.
We've got a couple of fellows that's doubling on back. We're very fortunate. We've got the safety assistants here with the local Monkton Fire Department. They're running back up here for us in case there's anything that happens. But as Phil mentioned earlier, it was awesome with the community response that has happened with this project. There's thousands of people that are out here watching the event. Okay, just again to the operators, just finish your row and come out to an end there. We've got a lot of dust out there.
Okay, that side's done. We need these boys to get this side real quick.
Close to a stop. And the lead combines, they're cleaning off those last few strips that are out there. They'll be coming up in about 10 minutes here right now. 10-minute mark.
There's a Massey.
We've got one small strip that's being cleaned up here on the north end. And,
We did good.
A little bit on the south end as well. Like the final passes are happening. They'll combine.
Why don't these guys all spread out and go that side?
And it'll soon be cleaned off here. So, how are things looking?
Come on, guys.
I'll just let the dust settle.
Alright.
I just want to get out and get a picture.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a big case over there on tracks.